We've noticed since the beginning of our experience in the industry, and certainly I suspect it goes back to the beginning of commercial industrialization, that there's always been a natural friction between buyers and their suppliers in terms of when payment gets made. Certainly suppliers want to get paid immediately, and buyers want to schedule that payment out into the future. This problem has become far more pronounced in recent years, and quite literally businesses all the time are making their suppliers, their vendors, play bank for them. We looked at that problem and we realized that this is so pervasive in the economy right now that we felt that we could come out with a product that really works to help break that chain. By introducing early vendor payment, we feel that we can help improve the cash flow of vendors at their elective choice, and still enabling buyers to stretch out payments as they deem appropriate. Hamilton has been around for about 16 years now. We're an alternative financier with a national presence. We primarily focus on factoring, purchase order funding, leasing, and inventory finance. EVP, early vendor payment, is a natural extension of those competencies. We feel that by bringing that out now on a national basis, the market is going to be quite receptive to what we're offering. Hamilton's role in this process is to act as a financial intermediary. We stand as a payment agent between our client and their vendors. In doing so, we provide payment to the vendor literally within hours of when their invoice is actually approved by our client. In doing so, that dramatically improves the cash flow for our vendor, while still retaining for our client the ability for them to schedule their accounts payable on terms that are most advantageous for them. In doing so, that helps our client maintain or improve their days cash on hand. The benefits to our clients are quite numerous. Principal amongst them is the fact that our clients can now better schedule their AP on terms that are most beneficial to them. Perhaps they want to extend their AP terms, but they can't right now because of vendor pushback. We allow them the opportunity to do that. Similarly, if they just want to stay where they are and get their vendors more goodwill in terms of paying their invoices more promptly, we're there to do that as well. We even have a technique that enables our clients to extend their discount terms from what might primarily be right now 210 net 30 to some period considerably longer. The cost to our client is literally zero. Our client gets to pick and choose when they want to pay us on the given invoices within this program. If they choose to pay us in 60 days or 70 days, so long as they do so, there's no cost to them. They simply pay the invoice amount. There are no liens whatsoever to be suffered by our client. Our money is completely unsecured. We make our credit decision based on the creditworthiness of our client. But there are no liens, there are no accounting implications, there are no problems with pre-existing funding, nor future funding. We quite literally are a payment agent standing between our client and their vendors. One of the beauties of this program is that we don't have to worry about the creditworthiness or qualifications of the vendors at all. We base our decisioning entirely on the creditworthiness of our client. As to their vendors, we simply pay them on behalf of our client. EVP's fees are borne primarily by the vendor. After all, they're the one getting the benefit here of early payment. So we charge them a fee. When we pay them on your behalf, we don't pay them 100 cents on the dollar. We charge a discount fee. That discount fee will be directly proportional to how quickly or slowly you choose to pay us. In terms of real dollars, the range that they would have to pay for a fee might range anywhere from 0.5% up to 5%, depending on when you choose to pay us. Oftentimes people think this program is more complex than it really is. Today, invoices are authored by vendors and sent to our clients. Nothing changes. Even with EVP, that will continue to be the case. Some clients are concerned, and understandably so, that EVP's involvement will create administrative burden for them. Sometimes they're worried about whether or not there will be multiple invoices, or whether we're going to have to get involved with their GL system or their approval process, or that their approval protocols will change. None of that is true. Quite literally, the only involvement that our clients will have is A, to notify us in a fashion of their choosing about which invoices are approved and when. And then secondly, arrange to pay us instead of the vendor on those invoices that flow through EVP. That's all there is. We want to assure our clients that nothing changes with EVP concerning their approval protocols. They continue to approve invoices in the fashion they always have. They continue to make payment in the fashion they always have. We don't change any of that. Your vendors are approached in this program by both ourselves and the client, mutually. We roll this program out to the vendors to assure them that we're working cooperatively, and we make this an elective option for them. The vendors don't have to participate, but if they choose to, we want them to understand the terms. Depending upon the payment terms that are arranged between ourselves and our client, that will dictate the pricing that we propose to the vendor. But ultimately, we'll roll the program out together to the vendors to encourage their participation.